with a 20% deposit match of up to 100,000 Rand. And our predictor where you could win 1 million Rand cash. There's never been a better time to register.
Hello racing fans, and a warm welcome to Trackside, proudly brought to you by World Sports Betting. Bet with the best, bet with WSB. I trust you, the valued racing fan, is fine, had a fair week, and looking forward to what is a bumper weekend on the South African racing calendar. It's a doubleheader on Saturday. We race at Hollywood Bets Kenilworth and the Big T. Both race meetings have 10 races on the go. And then we go on to Hollywood Bets Scottsville on the Sunday, and that is in the capital, Msunduzi, Pietermaritzburg. But we have got the 4 horses to follow, and where we go with those 4 horses, we got, 1 at Turffontein, 2 at Kenilworth, and 1 at Scottsville. So our day will begin in race number 4 at Turffontein, and this horse is called Honey Player, named after that very popular game, Thunny, and it's Lorenzo Karim for owner Manu Pandaram and Serena Modley. Yeah, this combination having a good run together since they have teamed up, and this horse is now ready to win. You're just going to have a look at his profile. After debuting over 1,400 meters running on, they've stepped him up to 1,600 meters at his next 2 starts, and the same thing. Taking a bit of time to find his action in the race, but when he does so, the race is over, and he's run out of runway over 1,600 meters. Now, last time out, Serena Modley did suggest to Lorenzo and the owner, Manu Pandaram, that the next time they find a race for this horse, it must be beyond 1,600 meters, because he's looking for that and possibly even further. So they now go 2,000 meters, and he's cracked a draw. Whether that draw is going to be a good thing or not, on his style of racing, it will be a positive, the fact that he's drawn 1, but I don't think it makes that much of a difference on wherever he drew in this race. But the fact is, from draw number 1, you don't want to be too slow away and get caught and trapped on that inside running rail with horses zooming past you to get a position. But I think wherever positioned by Serena Modley, now that he knows the horse, having putted him twice over the 1,600 meter trip, and we're racing on the stand side trap, he's going to have a lot of time to unwind as they turn into that long straight before the finishing post. So 10 furlongs is going to suit him ideally. The way he races on and what he's shown to date, he's no doubt the horse to beat you. Race 4, horse number 3, Honey Player, and hopefully he can get Trackside off to a flying start. So that's the one run up at Turffontein. So we got 2 runners coming up at Hollywood Bets Kenilworth, and the first of our 2 begins in race number 4. Now, I'm taking a stab here because I expected a bit more in the comment section in the form guide that I'm using, which is the computer form to preview the show, but nothing forthcoming, because they give comments with the first time as an horse coming back from a break. I'll read out the comment that Candace Bash Robinson has given for horse number 5, Kailani Girl. She says, nice filly, having her first run back from a long break. So we know it's a long break, but we know she's a nice filly. So I don't know what's really expected first time out, but on assessing the opposition, I think there you have to make a decision on how well she needs to be in order to come out and win first up after this 11-month break. And on assessing the opposition, I must say, with all due respect to the balance of the field, there is not much that really stands out or jumps off the page that looks to be a threat if this filly is ready. And she must be, because they've given her the time off. They've given her 11 months. So they had a lot of time to work on her issues, iron things out, and now she's crunch time. It's a race time for her. Kailani Girl. So when you look at what she did prior to that lengthy break, well, she ran second on debut. She was close up. She could have actually won that. It was a short head. It was a photo finish between herself and Sydney. She then raced against winners in the Bloodstock South Africa sales race. And again, a game run in a big field. She ran second to a stable companion, who's unfortunately still a maiden. But runners that have finished behind them have come out to win, and some of them multiple winners as well. So that both the form lines have held up well. But she ran a good second in that Bloodstock South Africa sales race. So now she's back from a break. Number 5, Kyalami Girl. I think that the handcuffs will be on when it comes to the way they price her up, Kyalami Girl, because just on what she's shown prior to this layoff against this type of field, I don't expect it to be a generous odds of that type of thing. I think that she should be at restrictive odds, but nevertheless, all we want is we wanted to win. Race 4, horse number 5, Kyalami Girl. Then we're sticking with Kenilworth, and we have to go to the lucky last. And the lucky last at Kenilworth is going to be not race number 9, as we've come to know. It's race number 10, because there are 10 races at Turffontein, and there's 10 races at Kenilworth. So this horse called It's Raining William. Now, he's a 4-year-old son of William Longsword, and he takes his place in this graduation plate over 1,400 meters. And usually, the good pointer is the best weighted column if you work things out on how a horse fits into the conditions of the race. And this horse is well clear. Number 3, It's Raining William at a 108, and the next best is Jerusalem Rain at a 99. So we'll call it 9 pounds, which is 4.5 kgs. So he's 4.5 kgs better off with the next best, which is Jerusalem Rain. That's a lot of weight. And last time out, it was in a similar type of conditions race where he looked apart and he was punted. He was 13 to 10, but he couldn't get the job done. He ran 3rd, close up behind Pometier. Now, Pometier has come through to enhance that form line midweek. If you miss racing, Pometier came out to win a very good race for trainer Vaughan Marshall. He's nicely drawn at 3. Van Niekerk and Snape will team up. And anything from 1,100 to 1,800 meters suits this horse perfectly. And I just feel that it's now time. It is time for him to notch up his 3rd career win. Number 3, It's Raining William. He's found the right race. And I'm not going to be put off that last time he couldn't get it done when it looked the right race for him. I think this is it. We're going to end things off on a high at Kenilworth in race 10 with horse number 3. It's Raining William. So those are the 2 runners at Hollywood Bets Kenilworth. And then just the 1 runner on Sunday at Scottsville. And it comes up in race number 5. It's over 1,750 meters. It's a fillies and mares 86 handicap. And I think the betting should be competitive in this field. So you may get a decent price about the horse I've selected. And her name is Faiza, number 2, daughter of Kerari. Now, she's shown the ability quite early on in her career when she shed a maiden at this course over 1,400 meters. And then she's shown that the ability is certainly there as she trains on, having won quickly for that 2nd career win, which came, one start after the maiden, a 2nd run out the maiden, she won a 2nd career victory over 1,600 meters. So that came quickly for her. And since then, well, she's had 3 runs, and you can't fault her on all of those 3 runs where she's run close-up 3rds and on stake checks, but running really well. But I'll tell you what's the key for me. And this is very simple, because you just look at her last, look at her last 5 runs and see where she's drawn in her last 5 starts. She's drawn wide, 8 out of 9, 8 out of 9, 10 out of 10, 7 out of 9. So whilst there haven't been big fields, the fact is that she had to get over from those wide draws to try and get a position, because she enjoys racing up Andy. And this time round at Scottsville, she's there for free. She's drawn 2. She's got a jockey that knows her well. It's a big field. It's a bigger field than she's faced the last time out. And that's 10 runners that go to post. So that draw is a big, big factor for me on her, returning to winning ways. I say returning because the last 3 starts she's threatening to win again. And I think that a third career win could be on Sunday. So I like her a lot. Number 2 fires up. The distance, you may ask, you may say, Deez, but 1,750 meters, she's been best up to a mile. Well, she hasn't been tried beyond 1,600 meters, and I see no issue with that. In fact, from draw number 2, with a nice soft lead or racing up handy, I can see her dictating and just controlling things up front and maybe controlling the race. Number 2 fires up. So Atandiwem, good luck, and just set the fractions that he wants. And if something wants to lead, then why not? Just set off the pace, because she is a filly that's got ability. And I think it's going to be Sunday where we'll see her win again. Race 5, horse number 2, fires up. And that's the 4 to follow. And there is lots happening in the build-up to one of the premier race days on the continent and on the South African racing calendar. It is the World Sports Betting Cape Town Met, which takes place next week. We all had a look at the draws, if you did watch it. If you didn't, well, it did take place during the course of the week at Hollywood Bets Kenilworth, where the final field was announced with the draws. And the betting for the entire card is out on World Sports Betting. And I just want to have a look at the main race in particular, which is the World Sports Betting Cape Town Met, which will be race number 9 next Saturday. They've got this horse, See It Again, with Charles Dickens now retired. He was on only market rival Antipost. Now that he's out, See It Again is at 5 to 10. And 5 to 10 about See It Again. We know how good he is. We know that he's chased away some of the opposition, I would suspect. But he is the right horse to win the 2024 renewal of the World Sports Betting Met. But if you don't like backing odds on, or you don't like this horse, or something is just pointing you to some other horse in the race, number 3, Pakaya, is at 8.5 to 1. Number 5, Bless My Stars, is at 9 to 1. Royal Aussie, number 8, is at 12 to 1. Then we go on to number 6, Mucho De Niro, at 14 to 1. And it's pretty much 25 to 1 and better the balance. So if you're not going to be backing the 5 to 10 shot, what are you going to be backing for places? I think that's the way you see it. Because if you look at the second price horse, which is Pakaya at 8.5 to 1, if you take him for a place, well, they got it at 11 to 10 compared to the 5 to 10 about See It Again. So it's all up to you and how you're going to play that race. Lots of carryovers to look forward to next week, but we'll touch on all that next week, where we'll have a bumper show for all those carryovers, etc. And until then, all that's left for me to say on behalf of World Sports Betting, thanks to all the punters, but more importantly and more especially, thanks to you, the valued customer. Trust that you're going to have a wonderful weekend wherever you're playing. Doubleheader on Saturday. We got just a one race meeting on Sunday. You have a blast. Find all the winners. Make a huge profit. And until we meet again, you take care. Salaningash.